Welcome to the Kyle and Jim Fantasy Football Extraordinaire.
All right, sorry for the fake intro by Jim, but he is not here tonight. So with me is Heebs.
Hi.
And Jackie. And the point of this one is we're just going to kind of go over some proposed rule changes for the coming season. We're going to vote on most all this stuff. So, just kind of a way for us to give more of a pitch for some of these changes I think might benefit the league. Before we get into it, how are you guys doing? How's it going, Heebs?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm ready for fantasy. Been too long. Looking forward to seeing everybody, partying, eating, drinking.
That's gonna be a good day.
Best day of the year.
Best day of the year?
Draft day.
May or may not have a surprise in store for everyone.
There'll be a few surprises, I think. But, yeah, and also on the show, I think we're going to pick the new divisions live. So I'll have two witnesses with me as we pick them. They're just going to be randomized. And then we'll keep them for 2 to 3 years and then do it again.
That's fair.
All right. Well, let's get into it. First thing that I think we're going to change, and this one I don't know if I'm going to put up to a vote, is the trade deadline. Last year it was week 14, I believe, which was super late. Everyone pretty much knew whether they were in the playoffs or out of the playoffs. And while it was fun having the trading bonanza the week, the deadline week, the day before, everyone was trading everything. I kind of want the trade deadline to be a little bit earlier just so people have to make a decision on if you're going to go for it or if you're going to trade your picks away. Instead of the decision already being made for you, which is kind of what happened this year. I mean, everyone, I think save for like 2 people, everyone pretty much knew if they were in or out at that point, and then traded accordingly. So my thought was week 12. I don't know what you guys think of that. I think that's the week I want to hover on. I'm just not sure if I want to do it for week 12 or after week 12.
Playoffs are week 15.
Yeah, 16,
16.
15, 16, 17
Okay.
is playoff weeks, right? Because we don't play in week 18. Yeah. So if it was before week 12, you'd have 11 games in. So there might be a few people who know if they're in or out, but I feel like most people would still be, if you win out from there, you can probably get in. If you don't, you're probably not going to get in.
I would say week 11, just because that would give you 4 weeks, about a month before this.
Yeah. So after week 11, before week 12?
Yeah. After
Between
week
11
11
and
before
12.
week 12.
I'm fine with that.
Sound
I
good?
don't know.
So that one I might just change before the season starts. I'll pitch it out when we're at the actual draft to see if there's any legit reasons not to do it. But I think it was like 4 years ago, maybe longer. I pushed this deadline back. I think it used to be before week 12, and I pushed it back because we didn't do that much trading at the time anyways. And I figured just let people trade right up to the playoffs. But now that we have the draft pick trading and it adds so much to it, I think it just needs to move up a little bit. So that's one thing. If you're listening, mull it over. We'll talk about it on draft day. The next thing I had was a change to the keepers. So it was our first year doing keepers. I think most people kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it kind of added a little bit to trading. I mean, I traded away Jamar Chase, who was probably Heebs' keeper. Because of that, I don't even have someone on my team to keep. I don't know what you guys thought of the keepers this year, if it worked well, if it didn't work well.
I love it.
Yeah. I liked it. It's just another aspect you could have to think about all season long. Like, you might want to trade them, but then you got to think, oh shit, like, maybe not.
Yeah, my only thought with it, I mean, my idea for it is, because I don't know if I like you sacrifice your first round pick for a keeper. It's kind of weird if you get the first overall pick, but then your keeper is like a second half of the first round guy. but you're not going to get any of the first round, the first like 5 guys, because someone else is probably keeping all those players. So you're almost forced to keep somebody that has like a later value than the actual draft pick you drew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like say Bijan's like the number 1 overall pick this year. Say I wound up getting, I don't know, I guess who would be like a late first round pick this year? Yeah. So he goes like 1.10. He's like the 10th guy picked. But say when we randomize the draft order, you get the first overall. And it's like, well, now you're kind of forced into the situation of, I just got to keep Amon-Ra because Bijan's going to get kept, Gibbs is going to get kept, Jamar Chase is going to get kept.
Yep.
All the guys that you would actually want to draft in the first part of the first round are already kept. So you're just kind of forced to keep a guy and not get the extra value out of the first round.
I think if we're going to do keepers, everybody's got to keep one. And then you just run the draft.
My thought was,
The remaining players.
that was my thought, is just force everyone to keep somebody.
Okay.
Like you have to keep a player whether you like it or not.
Okay.
And then
Is it still your first round then? Or
it would be kind of, not really. We'd put them all on the board, but then the first round would start from the left and go to the right and then snake back. Because that's the other problem with this is now it's like you're almost better having a late round pick because everyone's keeping somebody, and then you come around quicker to get your second round.
Right.
So like the beginning of the draft is almost like a disadvantage this year because of how we did the keepers, which I don't know if I like. I like, the number 1 draft. Like if you draw the number 1 pick, it should be an advantage, not now I have to wait for everyone's keepers to go down.
Right.
The next round snakes, so I have to wait for all to come back to me. It's like if you get the first overall pick this year, it's kind of worse than having the 12th pick.
Yeah, that's true.
So my idea, and we're gonna vote on this one for sure, is everyone has to keep somebody, and that also means if you're trading near the end of the season, keep that in mind. Don't trade away your only good player, because if you do, you're gonna have to keep someone from your roster, and if it's a 4th round value player, that's who you're keeping, and that's just how it's gonna be. That's how I would like to do it. It's not how we have to do it, but if anyone else, again, anyone listening, if you got other ideas for how we could do it, I'm all ears. I like the keepers. I just feel like the implementation of how we're keeping them didn't go exactly how I had hoped. It's kind of quirky and wonky.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
play around until we find the solution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
The next one I got is when you're trading for picks, and this one's not going up for a vote. I'm just going to change this next year. When you trade for picks next year, you have to give a pick. It has to be a pick for a pick. So there's no, I'm getting Jackie's 3rd for X player. It's, I'm getting Jackie's 3rd, and she's getting X player and my 12th round pick or my 8th round pick.
Okay.
So there will have to be a pick for pick in every trade going forward. And it can be your last round pick or your second last round pick. I mean, those are pretty worthless picks most of the time. But I think it'll just make the draft board flow better for the following season. Because the problem with this year is like me and Poor Boy are going to pick a whole bunch of 4th round picks, and then we're going to be done early.
Yeah.
And which I guess would kind of be the case anyways, because you're probably trading your bottom round picks. But I think it just needs to be a pick for a pick always, not a pick for no picks in return. It'll just make more sense.
Make the draft a little bit easier.
Yeah. What else we got? We got I think we have a sticker person for this year now, right? Jackie got
Yeah.
coworker.
Yep. Jamie's gonna do our stickers for us. She said, "Hey, $60. It's outside, so I can smoke. There's food." I said, "Yep." She's a Steelers fan though, so.
It'll be the first time with
Yeah.
a Steelers fan there. Other rule things. What else? Oh yeah, there was another rule that ESPN just added this year. Other leagues or other platforms have had it for a while, but it's called league medium wins and losses. So what this would do, I want everyone to think about this one because I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. So I'm really fine going either way with this one. And we might, if we do this, then maybe the following year we might also change how we do playoff seeding. But the way medium wins works is basically every week, instead of just playing against your opponent, so every week you can get either 2 wins, 2 losses, or 1 win and 1 loss. So every week you'll get there's 2 games essentially, but you're playing against your opponent for one matchup. The other matchup you're playing against the median of the league, so the average score between all 12 teams.
Huh.
So what this does is, if you get, everyone's probably been there at some point where it's just like 2-3 weeks in a row, you just wind up face to face against the highest scorer and you lose. And it's like, I didn't even have a bad week. I would have beat 10 other teams, but I lost because my opponent just went bonkers on me. With this, you would still lose head to head, but you would win against the league median because you beat half the other players in the league. So you would get 1 win, 1 loss.
Okay.
So basically, you'd have your record would be twice as much at the end of the season. But I mean, what it does, it just makes it less random. And when I first heard about this, I didn't want to do it, but I talked to a guy who did it, and he said his pitch of why he liked it is it made every week more fun because you're almost like rooting for especially at the end of the year. He was like, sometimes you just need a certain person to lose so you can get into the playoffs. And it's like if they lose head to head, that's great. But then you're also watching everyone else's score, so it kind of makes everyone's score more relevant to what you're doing every week.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I need him to lose this, and if he can lose to the medium score too, that bumps me up even further. So it adds more to, rather than just your head to head is really the only matchup you generally care about, other than maybe I want Jackie to lose, so I'm watching her matchup maybe, or whoever you need to lose to get into the playoffs. This kind of makes you watch everyone's score. Because you're like, if the median starts jumping up, that affects your win because you need to beat the medium, and I don't know. It adds something to it. I think it makes it a little bit less random.
I feel like it really rewards you if you have an awesome week. Like your team just goes bonkers. That's a lot better. But it also at the same time, if you have a really really shitty week, it just totally crushes you.
Yeah, I mean you can take 2 losses in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean with this rule last year, I probably would have taken 2 losses
Most weeks.
and I probably would have got, even the weeks I won, I probably still wouldn't have beat the league median. So I probably would have had even more losses. Because I just got lucky against opponents that dropped a turd in a certain week and managed to score a win against them. But I wouldn't have beaten half the teams.
I'd definitely be willing to give it a try.
It's something to think about. Like I said, I'm fine either way. I kind of enjoy
Always try something new.
it's 1-on-1, head to head. That's what matters. But ESPN just added this feature this off season, or maybe last year, and I saw they had it, so I thought I'd pitch it out there in case anybody does want to try it. Because there is something to be said about it. And I don't know, that's all the real. Oh yeah, kickers. And I'm just gonna lay it out there. I mean, I lay this out there every year. I don't like kickers. I think they're a complete random crapshoot. At the end of the year, the worst kicker to the best kicker, the points differential isn't that big. I feel like unless you have 3 kickers in the NFL, you drop them on their bye week and pick up somebody else, and you just leave them sit there because you don't even care. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's in a relevant position. It adds a lot of randomness. The crappiest kicker in the NFL can have a week where he gets 15 points because the team just keeps getting stopped on the 35, and he's getting fairly easy field goals, and he's making them. I've never been a fan. I think it's an extra. I think it's more randomness than skill.
So would that just be an extra flex spot, or
No, just be
You just get
one
rid of
less
it.
roster spot.
We did.
Oh.
You don't have to replace it with anything.
We did that last year in my work league, and nobody misses them.
Yeah,
No one misses them.
I would be.
It's one
fine
less
with-
round. It's one less round in the draft. The
with
draft
that.
goes faster.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, again, it's your second. It's either your last round pick or your second last round pick. That's
Yeah.
when your kicker gets picked,
Yeah.
and you don't even really care if the 3 that you wanted get picked ahead of you. You're just like, whatever. Give me the next guy on the list.
Yeah.
I think the list only lists 15 of them. I don't know if I've ever seen someone outside of, I think the year that the Packers drafted Anders Carlson, I think that's the only time I've ever seen a kicker drafted that wasn't on the top 15 list. So, I mean, I just think I don't know. I think it's a joke of a position. I don't think it adds anything. The only thing it adds is randomness, which isn't a bad thing, I guess, if that's what you like. But it's not my cup of tea, so I'm just trying to lay out my full argument against them. Maybe people will listen. They'll probably get voted in again, which is fine. I don't care.
Vote no on kickers on draft day.
But
August 29th.
it's going to get voted on every year until we get rid of them. And then someone else will probably bring it up after that to bring them back, but it won't be me.
No, me either. Fuck kickers.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to pitch for changes for next year?
I'll pitch individual defensive positions.
IDPs?
I've done it. I don't know.
I think it would be fun.
I prefer it, honestly.
I think it's kind of sweaty for this league. You know what I mean?
No, sorry. Sweaty?
So it's like a little bit more. I mean, I don't know if everyone in this league
Pays
can
enough
name an
attention.
IDP player that you
Right,
would actually
okay.
draft. Besides
Yeah, I
like
get
Myles Garrett and
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I get
Micah
got
Parsons. And if you're just doing one and you only need 12 of them, I guess that's not bad. But then you also need to know the scoring because there's cornerbacks and safeties and linebackers and
Yeah.
I assume you just get one, right? In the league you did it, you just did one.
No, we had 4.
We had 4.
We had
Okay.
we had like a flex.
Did you get rid of your
defensive
defense
position.
then?
Yeah. There's no
Okay.
team defenses. It's all.
Oh, so you had
individual
different
only.
positions.
Yeah, defensive line, cornerback, or defensive line, defensive back, defensive end, and then a defensive flex position. But that's, something you could play with. But I'll be honest, you would think like the big sack guys, it's all based on scoring. But
Yeah.
the times that I did it, it's the linebackers.
It's the
that get
tackle
most.
guys.
The
Yeah,
big
it's the guys who
tackle
get a lot of
guys.
tackles.
Sacks help, but ultimately it's the defensive backs and the linebackers that get you the points.
Yeah. Well, the problem with I mean, that's kind of what I mean is we're kind of entering sweaty territory there. Cause like,
Then
yeah,
you have
the
to
big
start-
names are the defensive ends, but the defensive ends either get the sack or they do nothing on a lot of plays. Versus the linebackers get all the tackles, but they're tackles for gains, so I'm sure it's not as many points. I don't even know how they're scored, but they rack up a lot more tackles than a defensive end generally will.
It's like 1 point per tackle, and then sacks are 3,
Yeah.
forced fumbles are 2, interceptions are 2.
Then there's like shared tackles too. I don't know how they score those.
Half point each.
Okay. Yeah, I mean some guys get like 10 tackles in a game versus what's the most sacks you're gonna get in a game? Like 3 is a fantastic game. I don't know.
Like, pass defended is like half a point. It all depends upon how you.
Yeah, you can set it up different ways. We can pitch it out. I wouldn't hate it, but I don't think that one's passing. But we can keep bringing it up and keep playing the case. Maybe people will start liking it.
Honestly, it adds a couple of rounds on the draft, and
Yeah.
then
Do you still do a defense then, or do you
No.
get rid of the
No,
team
team
defenses?
defense isn't a thing. It's just
Yeah.
IDP only.
Okay. That I don't hate because team defenses are weird just with because they're also wrapped up in special teams.
Yeah.
So it's like you have a team with a good defense, but their special teams never does anything. Like, they never get a block punt or a kick
Right.
return or anything. So it's like, and most of your points on defense from either a
Touchdowns.
pick six or return punts or return
Yeah.
touchdowns. That's how you have monster weeks. Which, yeah. So IDP, we'll bring that up at the draft too. See if anyone likes it. I'd vote for it. I don't know. We'll see what the votes are. Carson's doesn't get a vote on anything this year because he won't be there. That's the price you pay if you don't come to the draft.
Well, Andrea wouldn't
You
get a
you
vote
lose your
either
vote.
then.
No. Well, Andrew doesn't play, so she
Oh yeah.
wouldn't get a vote regardless. Any other potential changes? All right. If anyone's got any, bring them to the draft. More than happy to hear them. Vote on them. We'll see what happens. And the other two things I wanted to do in this, these other two kind of involve Jim, so it's a shame he's not here. But last year, Jim and Kyle bets, and Jim said J.J. McCarthy would be better than Jordan Love last season.
Oh, it's pretty.
And the bet was for a punishment, but we never decided on the punishment.
Oh.
I feel like we have to go pretty mild with it now, but I feel like he should have to do something. Because that was just grossly wrong. I mean,
He said JJ McCarthy would be better than.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
And that
Yeah.
was so grossly not even close.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
first of all, ought to be fucking embarrassed about yourself. Second of all, no, you know what? That should warrant a pretty stiff punishment because that was so grossly inaccurate.
I mean,
like, you need to be
It should, but I forgot that we made the bet.
embarrassing.
I forgot that we made the bet until I was looking at shit I wrote down from last year, and I was like, fuck, we never set stakes for it. And now it's over, so we already know who won the bet. So it's weird to set stakes for a bet that's already been won by somebody.
You know what?
So I don't wanna go overboard with it.
We decided on draft day. If anybody's listening, think of punishments for Jim for this gross misconduct. Oh my god.
Yeah, it should definitely be something. Something embarrassing. Like, I couldn't make him wear a Packers jersey.
Make him wear a Jordan Love jersey. Make him buy a
I
Jordan
don't
Love
have a
jersey.
Jordan Love jersey.
I was gonna say make him get a JJ McCarthy jersey and then wear it to a Packers game.
That's what he should have to do. You have to buy and wear a JJ McCarthy.
A Packers game where I don't think
I like that better.
the game would really
I like that better considering JJ
Just wear it
McCarthy
to
is going
a
to get
game.
a starting job this year. Yeah, Jim, you need to buy and wear a JJ McCarthy jersey anytime we get together for football.
I mean, they're probably like $2 for those jerseys. I'm sure they're on clearance already.
Mid-season, they'll be giving them that.
I mean, I like that punishment. That's a pretty good punishment. If you want me to, I can get you a knockoff one for cheap from overseas.
say
We'll find you
just
some.
get like a T-shirt or something too, just something with his number and his
Yeah.
name. It doesn't have to
9.
be.
You could have Richard screen print something too. It's a purple thing with 9 on it. It says JJ.
Bar or something.
Oh, yeah, you should get the meme picture of him when he's
Yeah.
walking in with the psycho face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should contact Richard about making that. I don't know if he does that anymore now that I think of it.
He probably has the stuff to do it.
Yeah, he
so
probably does.
He doesn't do it.
And the other bet from last year was Jim and I and Heebs bet on who would win the division. And me and Heebs took the Packers and Jim took the Lions. And so we were all wrong. So I don't know what the punishment. I mean, the punishment was going to be either me and Jim or me and Heebs would wear Lions jerseys or Jim would wear a Packers jersey. But we were thrown for a loop by the Bears randomly showing up and winning the division, which is pretty unexpected. And I don't know, it just kind of threw a wrench in that whole plan. So I don't know what to do about that bet either.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say we could all wear Bears jerseys, but I don't have 3 Bears jerseys or even 1 Bears jersey. So I don't know. We got to figure out something for that. If anyone's got ideas, put it in the group chat. We'll figure something out. But all 3 of us are getting punished for that one. And then the last thing I wanted to do on this show was draw our new divisions. So I don't know if you want to pull up like a randomizer on your computer, Heebs. We can. I just want to do this so we have witnesses. Well, I have witnesses with me. See, our divisions have had a good run. I think we voted a few years ago that we'd do a new division we'd reshuffle the divisions every 3 years, every 3 seasons. So we're due.
Did you decide how we're doing draft order yet?
No, I think we're just gonna do
Smash Brothers.
Smash
again?
Brothers again.
All right.
So if anyone wants to watch that, I'd say come at noon. We'll start the Smash Brothers thing at noon. Start the draft at 1. It didn't take. It only took like
Or
yeah.
maybe.
half hour, 45 minutes. This year for the draft, I'm just going to be using the smoker, so I'm not grilling anything. So everything should be done or ready well before. So you shouldn't have to putz around with that. It'll be at our house. On the draft board, we have a sticker person. I do have I'm 90% sure I have a sub lined up to draft Carson's team for him. If that person falls through, I can get somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, I got him. So.
Got all of us in there?
Yeah.
So he's
3
going to
different
do, 3 groups. I don't know if he's going to shuffle it and we do top 4, middle 4, bottom 4.
All right, we'll find out. Randomize. All right.
What do we got? So group 1, which I think is Crips, would be Lee, Heebs, Carson's, Kyle. Group 2, which would be the Bloods, would be Scooter, Tiff, Ashley, and Jackie. And Group 3, which would be Latin Kings, would be Vicky, Jim, Poor Boy, and Mike. Not bad groups. Got Vicky and Jim going against each other.
Always tough.
There's only been two sets of divisions so far.
Blame the randomizer.
Yeah, I guess I forgot.
Take a picture of this. I have it. Okay. Got them. Still have to redo the schedules to make them all work again. Oh yeah, and Scooter, if you're listening, which you're probably not, you still need to accept the invite to the league. I've sent you an email like 5 times now.
Clean it up, Scooter.
Yeah, other than that, I guess we're keeping this one pretty short and sweet. We'll be doing the draft August 29th, Saturday at our place. Yeah, if you want to know your draft order, come and watch the Smash Brothers thing at noon, and the draft will start at 1. And yeah, once the draft starts, we'll go down the line and see who's keeping people, who's not keeping people, and then we'll start the draft. And we'll do it regular snake style. So, you know, if you're the first overall pick and you got a keeper, we go past you. Second overall pick, if they have a keeper, we go past them until you get to a person that doesn't have a keeper.
So
They'll
we're
take a
just
pick.
saying whether or not you're keeping one, you're not. Like,
We're gonna
saying
go-
who it is, right?
No, we're going down the line. You have to say who your keeper is. So we'll go all the way down the line. Everyone's gonna say, you know, if it's 1.1 Heebs, I say Heebs. You keeping somebody? Yes, no. He says yes. Who is it? Jamar Chase. We slap Jamar Chase on his thing.
Okay.
We go to 1.2. It's me. Say, Kyle, are you keeping somebody? I say no. Okay, my space stays open. We go to 1.3. It's Carson / whoever's drafting for him. I say, are you keeping somebody? He says yes. Bijan. We slap Bijan there. And then once we go all the way down, we have the keepers and the open spots left. Then we start back at the start, and whoever doesn't have a keeper will make a draft pick.
Okay.
And again, that's kind of why I want to change keepers for next year, because that's kind of clunky and it's just, I don't know. I pictured it different in my head when I thought of it, and now that I'm
Yeah.
actually planning for him, I guess it's kind of not what I intended. I think everyone just has to keep a keeper. It would be much easier. Basically, there's a row of keepers, and then we start the draft with, you know, the first round, which is kind of the second round.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you guys got anything else to say, I think we're just gonna call her there, sweet and easy. Kind of kicking some info out for everyone else to think
I'm
about.
just here because you said.
Just here so you don't get fined, you say?
Yes. I don't have anything else.
Okay, cool. We'll end her there then. And we'll end it like I always do, with a quote from Jameis Winston. Or the Jameis Winston quote of the week. That's the phrase, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
No, do you know how hard it is to ride a bike with no shoes? I'm just saying, like, do you know how hard it is? Like,